Hey, it's me again. I typically don't upload videos back to back like this, but something prompted me to do so. I haven't done that since like 2020, I think. Regardless, I'm back for a similar reason. Yesterday I spoke about this Fern person. Well, he obviously saw my video, and his take on it was absolutely unreal. If you're wondering how to kill someone's artistic dreams, this is how he's killing mine. Instead of naming it RBG Tapes, I'll name it RBG Show. Not only is that an awful name, but that doesn't help your case at all. Just because you changed the name doesn't mean your motives are different. Just because you gave it a new name doesn't mean you're not copying me. How low are you willing to stoop? I feel like I'm getting a little ahead of myself. Let's back up and start from the beginning. On March 25th, a message by Fern was sent. He wanted to create an RBG Tapes reboot. The reason why he'd do this probably has to do with his obsession with either us, my animated series, or both. Either way, I'm not at all surprised. I get being a fan or whatever, but this is abnormal, creepy, disrespectful, and is still plagiarism no matter which way you're looking at it. He said his next episode will be titled Quantum Physics. I'll let you all know now, if there ever will be an episode 3, it isn't called that at all. I get this is supposed to be a reboot, but I thought I'd mention that anyway. Speaking of episode names, earlier yesterday, he made a list of episode names. They go as following: Quantum Physics, Sharkbait Automat, Pink Sauce Sock, Bing Chilling, Emulsion Logic, Three Blue Musketeers, Parallel Visions, and Karaoke Fiesta. I'm going off script for a moment, but what the hell is an automat? I'm looking that up. What is an automat? Oh, an automat is a type of fast food restaurant where food and drink are served through a vending machine, typically without waitstaff. Why? What? Also, being chilling, that whole meme thing, that was like 2 years ago. The hell is a karaoke fiesta? Not only are these episode names absolutely awful, but some of them are references to either projects I've made or jokes he and my friend group used to have. The most obvious one that stands out is Three Blue Musketeers. I believe this is a reference to my Blue Court game series. I feel like the one titled Pink Sauce Sock is straight up a not safe for work joke, and knowing him, it most likely is. All of this nonsense aside, I'll continue. A month before these leaks were made, he sent a message regarding the progress of his videos on 2/14/25. He said that these episodes were going to be released sometime in the summer. If he goes through with this act of theft, I kindly ask you all here listening not to give him any praise or support. Thank you, but in case you still need more explanation, let me continue. Another thing he said is that RBG Tapes rebooted would be a season-based series. If I were to ever continue my series, it would not be season-based, and there's a reason for that. The reason being it's simply too goofy and too short to be given individual seasons. Regardless, Fern plans to use our voices with an AI program called RVC. As I've stated before, he clearly watched my video from yesterday. I know he's gonna watch this one. In case you, for some reason, somehow don't understand how scummy using AI voices is, let me break it down for you. First of all, and most obviously, I am your victim. Imagine using the voices of the people you've wronged for your own entertainment. That's honestly such a new low I didn't think you'd ever stoop to, but here we are. In all honesty, I can't say I'm too surprised you're doing this. Second, using AI for projects shows how soulless and lazy you and the project is you're making. You're an artist, for crying out loud. How the hell are you pro AI? I get AI can have its uses sometimes, but using it as a tool to steal and to gain, again, just shows how pathetic you are. Though this comment is aimed, I'm being broad with my entire response, and this can apply to anyone who uses AI-generated content. I'm sure there's other reasons, but the third reason I can think of just right off the top of my head is we never gave you permission to use our voices. I get free use and all, and I can't actually force you to stop, but going out of your way to replicate what made the series special in the first place waters down everything as a whole. You're stealing from people that want nothing to do with you. His reason for using AI is because he can't find voice actors to fill the role. Both Matt and I were minors at the time of recording that audio. Of course he's not going to find voice actors. This trail of his he's following wasn't going to lead him anywhere, and I honestly don't see why he's trying. He said he might cancel the series to work on something more original. If you want to go and support a predator, go ahead. Jokes aside, I'm not one to say not to support someone, that'll be entirely up to you. But if you know better, and are taking my words seriously, I'd proceed with caution. I believe you should stay away from him and his content, especially if you're a minor. Even though I joked about supporting him, what I wasn't joking about was the fact he's a predator. On the 6th of last month, he said production was cancelled. If that were true, I wouldn't be here making this video. On the 11th of this month, he made an announcement stating he'd changed his mind, and his reasoning was... yeah, he didn't give a reason. He just changed his mind and acted like the people in his server actually cared. Of course, nobody's gonna care about a series you stole and are using AI for. It doesn't matter that you're not using an AI-generated script or art for it. That wasn't my point. The point is that you're using AI, period. A few days later or so, he made a hidden, or now deleted YouTube playlist with a message essentially stating what I've already spoken about. But this time, he's stealing official art I've made for the thumbnail. How nice. I thought I'd mention his little brother is a part of this collaboration. Why the hell are you looping him into this again? How is he at least 10 years younger than you, reminding you I told you to leave me alone? How is someone I assume to be half your age more mature than you are? I genuinely don't understand. I mentioned yesterday that he made a wiki fandom page. The only screenshot proof I had that it existed was this. He stole my art again. This is the cover to my OST called Blue Rainstorm. The main RBG series and RBG tapes have little to nothing in common other than the people behind it. That's not the point. The point is he used my art for a scummy project of his. I mentioned the word existed as in past tense. That's because I reported it and got it taken down a day later. Thank you Wiki Fandom team for working with me to get this taken down. It genuinely means a lot to me. Yesterday, I talked a little about my personal series, like RPG, Dreams, and a handful of other ones I've made. The one that I intentionally made stand out was my Dream series. Well, 2 days ago, Fern thought it'd be a good idea to make a joke of it and made a Dreams Rebooted series channel in his server. The public knows nothing about the series other than the title, the appearance of the main character, and that it has 2 original soundtracks. One currently unreleased. I get this was a dumb joke, but there's nothing for him to work with. This was made for the purpose of getting under my skin. Back to RPG show, man that name is stupid. He said that if progress doesn't go according to plan, he'll release comics based on this bootleg series stealing from my own instead. Still scummy, but less scummy. Not by very much though. I just thought I'd give another update. I didn't think I'd have to give another one so soon, but here we are. Does this push back my mental health progress? Absolutely. So thanks Fern, I appreciate your kind plagiarism. Does this change plans with anything I've said with my previous video? Sort of. If Fern really did take that chance I gave him last month, this will be explained in the bigger and more complete exposed video, and he didn't go out of his way to stalk minors again, and didn't steal my soul in literary form, then RBG Tapes episode 3 would have been out by now. And if not now, it would have had a promised release date. The chances of me releasing the episode went from 25% to 5%. If you're upset, blame and direct your anger towards Fern. This doesn't mean harass him, I don't condone harassing anybody, but if there's anyone to be upset with, it's him. It's people like him that make me want to quit my hobby, to stop following my dreams to this extent because there will always be someone to ruin it like him. The more updates I get, the more I post about them. This goes for that exposed video too. The more info I get on his predatory nature, the more parts I'll add. I'll make an exposed series of my own if you'd like to keep stealing from me, you creepy, degenerate freak. Anyway, sorry for yet another hopeless update. I hope not all my content is like this. I hope that not even most of my content is like this. I know it sounds cliched, but be safe out there and follow your dreams. Just be careful with how you do it, and be careful with who you hang around. If there's a lesson to be learned, it's to not be like Fern. Be original, do your own thing, don't stalk minors. Don't draw fetish art of anyone's characters, especially if they're minors. Don't use AI for projects. Respect your boundaries. I didn't think I had to say this last one, but remember that no means no. Thanks for listening to yet another update of mine. I hope I can see you and have your support in the future.